welcome back. This is part 24 of my Dragon Age playthrough. In our last episode, what did we do? We did the urn. We healed Arl Eamon, and Alistair confessed his undying love, and we had a nice little romantic scene at the end of last episode, which means we are back. Oh, see, look, he's even staring at me longingly. Okay, so now, plan. Let's have a look at our journal. What have we got? We still have a lot to do, everybody. So, I think maybe we should focus on a main quest. Wait, Denerim? Oh, Drake scale armor. Wade might have had enough time to make the armor now. Should we go back to Denerim to get the armor? And then we can continue with the Blight. I mean, gather the army. That's got to be the last. That's got to be end game stuff. So let's do the elves. I feel like I want to do the elves first. I always leave Orzammar, everyone, till the last, because I just hate it. I actually hate quite a lot of the quests. I'm surprised this is one of my favorite games. So let's do the Drake scale armor. That's probably going to be a nice quick quest to do to start. Okay, let's go back to Denerim. Okay, let's do this quickly because I don't want Denerim to crash on me.
Alistair, what's this?
It's a sock?
It's a filthy sock. How did it find its way to my bedroll?
Maybe it likes you. Socks are sneaky like that. Anyway, it's not mine.
It has your name stitched on it.
Oh, part of Templar training back at the Chantry. The men were always getting their socks mixed up. Anyway, sorry about that. I'll take it from you right now. One of my socks is feeling a little damp anyway. A change would be nice.
You're going to put it on? It's filthy.
And dry. We're not exactly traveling in the lap of luxury here.
What hideous habits you've picked up.
Oh my god, I love Wynn and Alistair so much. She's like an old mother to them all. Okay, Wade, we're coming. Back to your shop. Here we go. Let's have a look.
You're here about your order?
It's done. I made the armor. And it's garbage.
Why
I wouldn't let a festering swine wear it.
Wade, it's amazing. I don't see anything wrong with it.
Are you blind as well as stupid? The leg guards are too tight. It'll chafe. The dye isn't even... Look here. I see a splotch. It's garbage, I say.
It's fine. Truly. It's a work of art. Here, wear it well. Now kindly leave.
Wait, that updated... Master Wade finished your set of Drake scale armor, although he wasn't happy with it. The armor is amazing. Master Wade will happily craft more armor for you if you provide him with more scales. We have to do the quest more than once? Let's have a look. Where's our armor? Wade's Drake skin. 1, 2, 3. It's not bad. It's good for a... how can I say? A rogue? Or someone like Liliana? Maybe we should get Liliana out and wear that.
Did you speak often with Kaelin?
Oh.
You're asking me if I have a relationship with my brother, aren't you?
Yes. I wonder what he thought of you.
I don't think he cared much about my existence. I didn't mean anything to him. Anyway, to answer your original question, no. We never spoke. Well, maybe once. Marek and Kaelin had come to Redcliffe to visit the Arl. I was very young then. We were introduced. I believe I said, "Greetings, Your Highness." He said, "Ooh, swords," and ran off to the armory. So, yes, that was the extent of our relationship.
Oh,
We drifted apart after that.
I've never heard this
Very sad.
one. I never heard that conversation before. Okay. Let's decide. I think I want to go and do the elves.
Trap!
is this? Bandits?
Right ahead.
Let's make this quick!
That's one for me!
Oh no!
You forced our hand. I'll do it.
Oh man. Oh man.
What did I tell you?
I am completely rubbish. I was not. Oh. I've had a break from this game, everyone, so I'm not very... Oh, I was not ready for that. Maybe I should put Win back in the party. For extra healing. I feel like there was a side quest I didn't do last time we visited. Shall we talk to all of the elves? Varathon, we talked to him. Who's the keeper's second? Like that woman here? Lanaya? Is that her name? Let's talk to her.
Under an Atishan Grey Warden. My name is Lanaya. I am Zaprian's first, what you might call an apprentice, perhaps. I've been studying under the Keeper all my life. I am a bit curious of the outside world. Do you mind if I ask you a question or two?
Sure, I have no time. I have no time for questions. You just asked me a question right there. If you like, go ahead. Do I look like I'm here to entertain you? Okay, I'm gonna be nice to her, so if you like, go ahead.
I hear the human cities are very large. Thousands upon thousands of souls all packed together in their houses. Is that true?
Why don't you go and see a city for yourself? Are you saying you can't imagine such things? Yes, some are larger than the eye can see. Let's do number 1. Why don't you go and see a city for yourself?
No, I could never leave the clan. My duties here are important to my people, and to me. No doubt, I would not even find my way. I try to imagine those of our people living in such a place, surrounded by walls of stone and indifference. It is a difficult thought.
Oh, they are used to it, just as the humans are. Difficult for you, perhaps maybe you should try it. It isn't an easy life for them, that's true. And your way is better? I don't know anything about that. Let's say number 3. It isn't an easy life for them, that's true.
I suppose you've met many of my kind in your travels. My heart goes out to them. It is said that one day we will have a land of our own. We Dalish gather the ancient wisdom in preparation for this. When that day comes, all elves, even those who have forgotten, will reclaim their former glory. I have a question, if it's not too impolite to ask. Do your people regret what they did to ours?
Oh gosh, what should I say, everyone? This is very, like, oh. Some of us do, not all humans are the same. You don't think your people were partly responsible? I'm going to say number 1. Some of us do, not all humans are the same.
I see. That is difficult for our people to accept. Even if only some were in favor of what was done to us, the rest did nothing to stop it. A poet once wrote of them, before the fall of the Dales. Like dragons they fly, glory upon wings. Like dragons, they savage, fearsome, pretty things. But you don't need me to quote poetry to you. Forgive me. Perhaps you have some questions of your own.
Oh yes, let's talk about this clan. Tell me more about yourself. Let's do number 1 first.
I'm hardly anyone special, I assure you. If I seem different from the rest of my clan, it's only because I was born amongst humans. I came to the Dalish at a very young age, but I've always retained my curiosity about the world I came from.
Oh, interesting. How did you come to the Dalish if you were so young? Why are the Dalish so hostile? What does a keeper do exactly? Let's just start from number 1. How did you come to the Dalish if you were so young?
My parents were servants to a human merchant whose caravans plied the southern routes. One day, bandits killed him, and my parents both. I was the only survivor, just a young girl, and the bandits took me. I was their servant for several years.
Oh, I'm sorry. It must have been terrible. How bad could it be? At least you weren't dead. You sound very matter-of-fact about it. Let's do number 3. You sound very matter-of-fact about it.
Do I? It's taken many years of reflection to come to terms with it, to forgive what those men did to me. I can only imagine what would have happened had the clan not saved me from them. I owe them my life for that, and more.
Interesting. So why are the Dalish so hostile?
They have reason. Since the days of Arlathan, my people have been either subjugated or homeless.
Oh gosh, but I'm not responsible for what's been done to the elves. What is this Arlathan you mentioned? Your homeland was called the Dales, I thought. Let's do number 2. What is this Arlathan you mentioned?
It was our ancestral home, long ago when the humans first came to these lands. We were free then, and immortal. We did not know how to deal with the humans, and in the end, they turned their power against us and destroyed Arlathan. Our ancestors were enslaved, and our culture lost forever.
But does Arlathan still exist? But the elves were eventually freed, right? Didn't Arlathan fight back? Elves were immortal then? Let's do, does Arlathan still exist?
Not to my knowledge. According to the old tales, the human mages sank Arlathan into the ground, crushing it beneath the rock.
What? Okay, but the elves were eventually freed, right?
Yes, after a millennium of slavery, Andraste herself freed our people. She who was your maker's chosen.
But you don't worship the Maker? Didn't... Oh yeah, let's do that one, because that seems to be like the continuation of this conversation thread. So, but you didn't worship that. You don't worship the Maker?
We worship the creators, as we always have. We give thanks to Andraste for her part in our freedom, but we do not worship her or her god.
Didn't Arlathan fight back? Let's do that one. Number 1. Didn't Arlathan fight back?
The Tevinter Imperium was a force to be reckoned with. It was ruled by mages with powerful blood magic. Though Arlathan fought, they lost.
Elves were immortal then?
They died, but not of an aged body as other races do. Not until the humans came. According to the legends, association with humans caused us to quicken. Our blood sped, and we began to age. So we avoided them naturally. And then we were enslaved by them for 1,000 years. And in so doing, we all were quickened permanently and our immortality destroyed. Or so the old tales say.
Interesting. But you could get your lifespan back, no? So you lost a war, you wouldn't be the first. I can see why you resent humans then. Number 1. But you could get your lifespan back, no?
In time and with seclusion. We Dalish have lengthy lifespans, and they will get longer. Zathrian himself has lived many centuries, though that is unusual even for us.
Interesting. Number 2. I can see why you resent humans then.
Shemlin, we call them. Quick
Shem.
children. I suppose it takes a certain arrogance to look upon another people as children, no? Perhaps we should be more heedful of our own role in Arlathan's loss. Even so, it was a bitter lesson to learn. One we are not grateful for.
Okay, so let's do... Your homeland was called the Dales, I thought.
That was our second homeland. Our first was the great city of Arlathan. The Dales came when they were freed from enslavement. Elves everywhere journeyed hundreds and thousands of miles to the Dales, eager to start their lives anew. They called it the Long Walk. They reached the Dales and made it their own. And one day it was taken from us too, and you wonder why we are hostile.
But I'm not responsible for what's been done to the elves. Is there no way to get your clan's good side? I want to ask something else. Ooh, let's do, what should I do? Is there no way to get on your clan's good side?
It requires an individual to prove he is not the outsider we have come to expect. Your own task to help our clan is certainly a step in the right direction.
But I'm not responsible for what's been done to the elves.
Aren't you? You're human. And to many of them, you represent the humiliations our people have suffered for generations. You may not have been personally responsible, but such feelings are not easily overruled by logic or fairness.
You aren't hostile. I wouldn't act like them. I would change things. I suppose you're right. Let's do number 2. I wouldn't act like them. I would change things.
Oh? That is easy to say when you are not a homeless wanderer of a broken people. It is all we can do to cling onto our past now. Perhaps this may change one day, but I believe the humans would have to take the first steps, if they are capable.
Interesting. Wasn't your homeland called the Dales? I want to ask something else. Let's do number 2. I want to ask something
Certainly.
else. You said that the Dalish rescued you from bandits. What does a keeper do exactly? What can you tell me about Zathron? Let's do number 2. What does the keeper do exactly?
A keeper is, first and foremost, the leader of the clan. He decides where we go and when we shall move. He's also responsible for knowing the clan's ancient lore and passing it on to the others in the clan. Without a keeper, the clan's knowledge is lost forever, so the clan protects him like no other.
Interesting. You said that... Okay, so what can you tell me about Zathron?
Nothing that you could not ask Zathrian himself.
Oh,
he is the
Zathrian.
keeper of this clan and has been for a very long time. He is also a very good man who has lost much. The Dalish are everything to him, and he would do anything to protect them.
This is why I've got my persuade up. Persuade. Lost much? What has he lost?
He lost his family
Oh.
a very long time ago. I don't know the story, but I understand the circumstances were horrific.
Okay. Let's say you said that the Dalish rescued you from bandits.
The bandits killed a scout when the clan passed near their camp. When the clan discovered him, Zathrian came looking for his killers. He followed their tracks for almost a month, and when he finally caught up to us, he fell on the bandits like a terror. No one could stop him. I sat there and I watched him attack them in a blur, and I reveled in every blow. When he saw me, the fury in his eyes turned to pity. He took me back to the clan, and I've been here ever since.
Didn't you have family you could have returned to?
It's possible I might have had some, maybe many. Zathrian offered to take me back, but I had no idea where I was from, and I wanted to stay with a man who rescued me. The clan is my family. Any others out there? It's best they believe that little girl died with her parents. For now, the clan is all I need. My old world could not have offered me all this, and the knowledge of a keeper as well. Perhaps one day, when I am keeper, I might inquire out of curiosity. I'm not sure what lies down that road except pain, however.
How did you become a keeper?
I am not a keeper. I am Zathrian's first. Though because I was not born into the clan, becoming his first was very difficult. We Dalish have old traditions. The clans come from the ranks of the nobility that once ruled the Dales, you see. The keepers of those old clans have the strongest and purest blood that reaches back to the days of Arlathan. I had to compete against the other candidates for first, to be better than them in everything, simply because I was not of the old blood.
Interesting. Do you resent your success? You must be proud of your accomplishments. What did Zathrian think of that? Let's do number 2. You must be proud of your accomplishments.
I am. The ceremony where Zathrian anointed me as his first was the proudest day of my life. The clan has placed great trust in me. One day, I will lead them and be the one who secures our future.
I should go. Interesting.
As you wish. Darth Shiro.
I did not know keepers were from the old blood. Okay, let's talk to... Sorrel, is he the clan's storyteller?
We few wanderers greet you, Shemlin. We understand you are venturing into the haunted forest to save our brethren. I suspect your efforts may be in vain. An entire group of our hunters went into the forest to do as you intend, and they have not returned.
Interesting. So, let's talk to him. The Keeper mentioned that if I'm lucky, maybe I can find them. Yes, but they weren't us. Let's say, number 1, the Keeper mentioned that.
Then you are very brave to adventure into such a place, even knowing the danger that awaits. Your courage impresses us greatly.
Oh, okay. I must deal with the Blight. If I can help you, I will. Your attitude is getting annoying. You think sarcasm is going to help, do you? I haven't done anything to deserve this, have I? Perhaps I should go. You think sarcasm is going to help, do you?
Nothing will help us now. Least of all the meddling of an outsider.
You are being most unkind, Cyril. Would you refuse our hunter's help simply because of the hand that offered it?
You shame me, Lethalan. I have allowed my bitterness to cloud my better judgment. Forgive me, Grey Warden. It is most difficult to forget the lessons the Shemlin have taught us. Perhaps I can yet make amends. Stay while I spin a tale for our children. And then I will tell you of the forest if you desire.
Ooh, so he's the storyteller that Zethran told us about that we had to talk to. So, yes, I'd like that. I want to know about the forest now. Perhaps another time. I'll leave. Let's listen to this tale that he's going to tell us. Yes, I'd like that.
Come and join us then, all of you.
Okay.
Now, what say we tell the story of the fall of the Dales? Which of you children knows that best?
I think I do.
Yes? Then come, child. Oh, don't be frightened of the outsiders. Now, where do you suppose such a tale should begin?
When we were slaves?
Yes. Long ago, our people were slaves to an empire the Shemlin had built on the darkest magic. They took away our history and our language and left us nothing. And then that empire fell. We were freed.
Because Andraste came with her army, and Shartan joined her.
Yes. Andraste, the Shemlin prophet, came out of the south and challenged the Tevinter Imperium. Our ancestor, Shartan, fought at her side.
Didn't we
When
meet
the
him
rebellion
in
came to an
the
end,
Gauntlet?
we were given a new homeland in
Shartan.
the west. The Dales.
Didn't he say
We
the
began
enemy
to
of my
rebuild
enemy?
the culture and history we had lost in our years of slavery. We worshipped the creators and made the Dales our home. Perhaps you know what happened next, stranger. Do you know what happened to the Dales?
Ah, damn, this is... Oh, no, I don't. You started a war with us and lost. Something you think was unfair, no doubt. Enough. I don't like where this is going. No, I really couldn't say. Holy sh... Oh, what should I... Oh, she's a mage in the tower. Perhaps you know what happened next, stranger. Something you think was unfair, no doubt. Enough. I don't like that. Let's say no. I really couldn't say. Number 4. Oh, but that screams like I'm so naive and have no idea. Which I do. I have no idea. So let's say number 4. No, I really couldn't say.
Could not say, or will not?
I'm sorry.
What do you say,
What,
child?
sorry, guy.
Can you tell us what happened to the Dales?
The Shemlin wouldn't let us be.
Indeed. They resented that we would not worship their maker, and they resented our ways because they were so different from their own. The Shemlin nations grew cold towards the Dales. They called us blasphemers and tyrants, and declared war upon us. A great crusade.
It's a war that you started, I'm told. You say that, like, there was no reason for it. Not every human felt that way, I'm sure. Let's do number 3. Not every human felt that way, I'm sure.
And which is worse? The actions of those who believed they were right, or the inaction of those who knew they were wrong? Oh, I am certain we played a part in our downfall. We believed that the Shemlin would not revoke their prophet's gift so lightly. We were wrong. They took our lands, forcing us to abandon our gods and live as beggars in Shemlin cities. But there were those of us who refused to abandon our ways. They emblazoned the symbols of the creators upon their flesh and vowed to keep their ancient lore alive.
That's us. That's the Dalish.
Indeed, child. We chose to wander, homeless, rather than be ruled by the Shemlin. And all our clans wander alone until the day we have a homeland once more.
And we bring the old ways back to our people, because they have forgotten it all.
For we are the Dalish, the keepers of the lost law.
The walkers of the lonely path.
We are the Elvenan, and never again shall we submit. And that is the tale of the Dales, stranger. Thank you for allowing us to tell it to you.
Thank you, I enjoyed it very much. You didn't give me much choice. That sounded like a sermon. Perhaps you'll allow me to tell a story as well? Should we do number 4? No. Is that... Thank you, I enjoyed it very much.
Perhaps one day you will tell us a tale of your people. A day when you are not guest and stranger, but savior. Now, as I said I would, I can tell you what I know of the Brazilian forest. Do you wish to hear it?
Yes, tell me of the forest.
Our legends say that before the Shemlin came, the Brazilian forest was a place of our ancestors that predated even our oldest homeland. The people of the Imperium came here and gave the forest its name. If they found traces of our ancestors, we cannot say. If they did, those elves were slain or enslaved. We know only that a great many battles were fought here. These trees grow upon the graves of those who fell, Shemlin and elves both.
Cunning. And those battles tore the veil?
Indeed. Very wise of you. There was so much death that the veil into the Beyond was torn. The Shemlin know the Beyond as the Fade, the place of dreams and spirits. When the veil is torn, spirits pass into our world freely. The legends say that one great spirit possessed the wolf that became Witherfang, who passed its curse of rage onto men and created werewolves.
Oh my gosh. This Witherfang still exists today, so there are many spirits in the forest. There were battles in the forest. Let's do this. Witherfang still exists today.
So Zathrian insists. He says that Witherfang does not age as the werewolves do. Witherfang is as much spirit as it is beast, and thus it is immortal. Perhaps it cannot even be slain. At the very least, it is old and powerful, much as Zathrian himself.
So there are many spirits in the forest?
The forest is said to be haunted. Spirits possess the trees, the wolves, even the bodies of the dead. They yearn for true life, you see.
There were battles in the forest?
Who can say what value the Imperium placed on this land? And how many elves died here, in slavery? Even the barbarians, who came to overthrow the Imperium, fought and died on this soil.
How many werewolves are there?
No one knows. When the Shemlin lived in these parts, the curse would spread anew to a few of them with each passing year. They would run off into the forest, never to be seen again. Eventually, all the Shemlin left. One assumes the werewolves survive by passing their curse to their offspring. They have had no new blood. Until now, that is.
Have the hunters become werewolves?
It is said that 1 or 2 have turned already, though the Keeper denies it. As for the rest, they will either die or turn, unless they are killed out of mercy. I would rather die than become a ravening, soulless beast. Wouldn't you?
That's all I need to know.
One last warning. The forest is like a thing alive. It changes as it wills, closing paths behind you and opening up new ones. Too many have become lost within, unable to find their way out. Were I you, I would endeavor not to make the forest my enemy. Darth Shirrell.
Interesting. Thank you for the stories and all of the codexes. For my elf's knowledge is now a lot better. Okay. Should we talk to Kamin? Let's talk to Kamin. Kamin?
Hello?
Hello yourself. Who are you? Why are you cringing? Speak up. There's no need to be afraid of me. Hello yourself. Who are you?
I am Kamen, a hunter apprentice. Though I wish I could become a real hunter.
Why can't you? So be one and stop wishing for it. Good luck with that. I should go. Let's do number 1. Why can't you?
I shouldn't be talking about this to an outsider. You wouldn't understand.
Tell me before kick your head in. Try me. I might surprise you. You're probably right. I should go. Let's do persuade. Tell me. I might surprise you.
I suppose there's no harm in it. It's not like you can help me. I've been an apprentice for too long. To become a true hunter, I must bring back the pelt of a beast I killed myself. A boar or a wolf or something. I wanted to hunt in the forest, but we're forbidden to enter because of the attack. But the real problem is Gaina.
Oh, who's Gaina? Girl problems, I see.
She's my heart's desire. I have asked for her hand, but she cruelly refuses it. She will not bond with an apprentice, she says, and calls me a child. I am no child. If I was a hunter, I could prove it, but I cannot hunt, and Gaina will never bond with me.
Aww.
I feel so helpless. I shouldn't have brought it up. Just leave me to my misery.
Oh, there must be some way to solve your problem.
You think I haven't thought about this? There's nothing I can do.
What if I got you a pelt? Perhaps I could talk to Gaina for you. Why not go into the forest anyway? Have you tried wooing Gaina? Let's do number 4. Have you tried wooing Gaina?
Wooing? I don't understand.
Have you tried giving her a gift? Romance her. Show her you love her. Not to be too blunt, have you bedded her? Romance her, show her you love her. Let's see, have you tried giving her a gift?
A gift? No, that wouldn't be appropriate. Not before we're married.
How about really showing your love?
I've serenaded her, and we've talked many times under the moon. But that doesn't matter if I'm still an apprentice. Not to her.
I suppose it would be too much to ask if you've bedded her.
No! We've never done anything like that. Never.
You've never even kissed?
Of course not. I'm not even bonded yet. I've never kissed anyone, not like that.
Oh. Let me think of something else then.
Such as?
Perhaps I could talk to... I'm guessing all the physical stuff you can't really do. So what if I got a pelt for you? No. I feel like he'll refuse that because he seems like he wants to do that himself. Perhaps I could talk to Gaina for you.
I suppose you could, but what good would that do? The situation hasn't changed.
I can be pretty persuasive.
Really? I'm willing to try anything.
It can't hurt.
Cyranas, oh ma Cyranas, I will pray to the goddess of love that you are successful.
Okay, because Kamen... Wait, where is Gaina? Where is she? Gaina, oh there she is. Let's go talk to her. Gaina.
I'm Darren Atishan, outsider.
You are Gaina, correct? Kamen mentioned you.
You spoke to him? What did he say?
He said that you refused to give him your hand. He said that you are cruel and that he hates you. He said that if he was lucky, he would bed you so... Let's go number 1. He said that you refused to give him your hand.
Oh. I don't expect an outsider to understand our ways, but I just can't bond with Kamen. He's been a hunter apprentice for over 2 years now, and he's yet to slay a proper beast. Each time he's tried, something has gone wrong. Perhaps the creators do not wish us to bond. I cannot bond with an apprentice hunter, can I?
Oh, no, girl. So basically, he's like, oh, if you love him, it doesn't matter what he is, does it? You are cruel. No wonder Cameron hates you. No, I don't suppose you could. Let's do number 1, persuade. If you love him, it doesn't matter what he is, does it?
But what if he never becomes a proper hunter? What will become of our family?
If you love him, then believe in him and help him succeed. Let's do that one. That's positive.
Oh, you are right.
I know.
I made poor Cameron miserable.
You
no
have.
wonder he cannot complete his hunt. Masiranas, thank you. You have helped me put this into perspective. I will go and speak to Cameron.
Oh, good. Yay.
Cameron, I have been a fool.
Gaina? What do you mean? Have you changed your mind?
I have. The outsider has helped me to see that I was wrong. I have made you miserable, and I should not have.
But what about my hunt?
I don't care about that. I know you will pass your hunt in time, and we will be happy. Us and our children.
Thank you, Gaina. You've made me a happy man. I feel blessed by the gods today.
Yay! Happy ending.
We are both very grateful for the part you've played in bringing us together.
How marvelous you are. I am so happy. This is so wonderful. Young love allowed to flourish.
Here, take this. It's been in my family for a very long time, but I hope it plays some part in your battle against the Darkspawn. It's the very least we could do.
Oh, I like being a matchmaker. What item did I receive? Tale of... Oh, it's got to be the book. Okay. Good. It's another quest. Oh, let's talk to her.
There are places where those horns bring huge prices. Can cure diseases, so they say.
Ooh.
Yes.
Let's talk to the lady.
Who comes? Oh, I beg your pardon, stranger. I was so busy attending to the Hala, I did not hear your approach.
Who are you?
My name is Alora. I am the Master Herder in charge of caring for the Hala. Not as exciting as being a Grey Warden, but the Hala are vital to us.
What is a Hala?
They are the noble beasts that pull our Aravel. What humans call land ships. They are our companions and our guides.
They are not your mounts?
We ride the Hala, but never with reins or a saddle. It is the Hala who decide where to lead us, and our privilege that they take our Aravel with them. In return, it's the herder's job to speak to the Hala and care for their needs. It's a bond of friendship, and not servitude.
So why have you separated this one from the others?
I fear she may have been bitten during the werewolf attack. I have tried speaking with her, but she is too agitated for me to understand. The curse would not affect her as it would us, but it would still be lethal. And it may prove contagious to the other Hala as well. I can find no wound on her, but if she's truly ill, then I will have to put her out of her misery. For her sake, as well as that of the others.
Is there anything I can do to help?
I don't know. Do you have any skills that might help her? If you do, I would be grateful.
Survival. Try to calm the Hala. I don't...
No.
Oh.
No, I'm sorry. She isn't calming any more around you than she is for me.
Then there is nothing more I can do.
I am glad you attempted it regardless.
I should go.
I will watch her for a while longer and see if her condition changes. I am grateful for your assistance, friend.
Oh, I'm sorry I couldn't help. Oh, we have a new quest though. Laura the Dalish, master of the antlered Halabeast, is concerned that one of the herd has been infected with the werewolf blood curse and it may die. So we've got 3 quests here. Okay. Let's go to the Mage Tower and do this science